Samsung's most controversial and their biggest secret is finally here. We all thought that the Galaxy S27 Ultra will look like this, with Samsung going back to its most iconic design, back to the Galaxy S10 style roots, but turns out we were far from reality. We now have our first look at the real early design of the Galaxy S27 Ultra as well as the Galaxy S27 Pro. And well, this is genuinely surprising. iOS posted this today, which seems like an early CAD look of the Galaxy S27 Ultra. Looking at this, it seems like Samsung is moving completely away from their design language that they built for all these years. The camera island is now super big. It takes the full space on the back of the phone, which is very different from the camera island we have seen on previous Samsung flagship phones. Like, we have already seen phones inspired from that design on the market just this year. So this honestly doesn't feel that much creative. So I've got two lenses on the side, which I'm assuming is the main and the wide lens. And this black pill on the side is probably going to hold that 5x optical zoom. Below the camera island, we have this circular ring, which might be the indication of the MagSafe capability finally coming natively to the Galaxy S27 Ultra. Other than that, the corners look very similar to how they are on the Galaxy S26 Ultra, so nothing is changing on the overall side shape of the phone. Looking at this might be the most controversial design move that Samsung has made so far. Not gonna lie, I personally really wanted Samsung to go back to that horizontal camera design from the S10 days. This just looks a little bit too generic. We have seen this design from other Chinese smartphone brands. As for the base models, it seems like those will have the same kind of design as the previous generation. So Samsung is using this new design to basically differentiate between the new S27 Ultra and the Pro from the basic models. Also in the news, Qualcomm is finally revealing the dual chip power plan for the Galaxy S27 lineup and other Android phones for 2026. Yes, the next gen power is officially coming, with Qualcomm officially announcing as well as showcasing the new trailer, which confirms two new 8 Elite chips. These chips are built for the ground up to take the agentic AI to next level, stronger camera ISP, as well as unparalleled gaming performance. But most importantly, these chips will be built on 2nm architecture, unlocking insane power efficiency and battery life that we have never seen on a Galaxy flagship phone. So we've got Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 6, which is going to be the standard version, and then the Snapdragon 8 Elite Extreme Gen 6, which is of course the extreme version. It is expected that Samsung will be bringing Snapdragon 8 Elite Extreme Gen 6 to the Galaxy S27 Ultra and the S27 Pro globally. This chip will have the fastest higher clock CPU as well as having a more powerful GPU with more graphics memory. Meanwhile, the standard S27 and the S27 Plus will likely use the Exynos 2700 processor, and in other markets, those base models could use the standard Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 6 version. So yes, with 8 Elite Gen 6 Extreme, S27 Ultra is going to set some new records. We're going to see official announcement very soon. Now we also have some news regarding the camera on the Galaxy S27 Ultra / the S27 Pro. Recently, Samsung announced a new 200 megapixel sensor called ISOCELL HPC. This sensor is all about better light handling, better HDR, and stronger in-sensor zoom from 1 to 4x. This is going to give you the best performance. But this sensor is actually not for the Galaxy S27 Ultra as confirmed by IS Universe. We're likely going to see ISOCELL HP6, which is not only going to have all the features of the HPC, but also include something that the HPC doesn't have, which is LOFIC, aka Lateral Overflow Integration Capacitor. In simple meaning, this new technology will let the pixels in the sensor hold more light information. So in real photos, that can mean better dynamic range, less blown out highlights, better color accuracy, cleaner low light performance, better single shot HDR. Like, this honestly improves so many things across the board in a lot of real life situations. Size wise, this sensor is going to be similar to the HPC, but with some new added tech. Not gonna lie, this could actually pan out to be a pretty decent upgrade compared to the sensor we have seen on last few generations. Also finally rumored to get a much needed front camera upgrade. It's now set to be 16 megapixel with square selfie sensor, which is going to be the first for an Android phone. As for the standard models, shockingly, Samsung might still stick to the same hardware as last 4 generations. Again, we'll see how those things will pan out in the coming days or months when more leaks come out. Also, for those who are looking for some serious battery upgrade over the years, this is your time. Galaxy S27 Ultra could have a battery size of up to 5500 to 5700 mAh. That is a pretty decent jump over the previous generation, and combined with the 2nm Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 6 Extreme chip, it could be a pretty insane battery performer. The standard S27 Pro is also looking pretty strong with battery size up to 5200 mAh. Galaxy S27 Pro is going to be a fantastic addition in the new lineup, giving you ultra features in sort of a smaller form factor and of course at a cheaper price compared to the Ultra. With this lineup, Samsung is going aggressive in 2027 to take on the best of Apple. So there we go, we're finally getting the big design change that we wanted all this time. It is a pretty drastic change, but a super controversial one. I personally never expected the Galaxy S27 Ultra or S27 Pro to adopt a design like this, but let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you guys are new here, be sure to subscribe. With that being said, I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.